Welcome back. Today is Question and Answers Day. You ask the questions and we answer them. Today's question is all about success.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. Today's podcast is sponsored by Audible.com. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/peak performers. You can also find a link for this amazing offer in the show notes.
Today's question comes in from Matt in South Africa. And Matt asks, Thor, how do you define success as a business owner?
Wow, great question. Now, let me start with this. I'm going to give you how I define success, and this is really important. Do not define success based on what I'm saying. You need to figure out what success looks like for you. Very important. And I think so many entrepreneurs go around and model themselves and model their businesses and model their ideals around what other people deem to be success, quote unquote. It could be parents, it could be peers, it could be mentors. Make sure that you make it yours, because the last thing you want to do is spend the next 5, 10, 15 years of your life chasing something that you think is success and get there and then look back and go, this is not where I want it to go.
Right.
Very important. So for me, I've got to love what I do. So every day when I wake up, I have the enthusiasm and the passion and the energy to do what I do. Being in business is a long-term game. It is a game that has ups, downs, and goes through a roller coaster of events and emotions. So it's got to be something that really resonates with you. To me, business is all about addressing someone's problem, someone's issue, and meeting those needs, those wants, their desires at the highest level. It's somewhere where you go to give of yourself, not to go to figure out what you can get. Intent really, really matters, in my opinion. And I don't care if you're selling widgets, ice cream, consulting services, or whatever. You've got to figure out how you can meet the other person's needs at the highest level. And finally, you need to make money. Look, I've been doing business consulting now for almost, 17 years. And for many of those years, I did not have a business around the consulting practice. But I was working with business owners and entrepreneurs, but I was simply mentoring them. I was giving them advice. I was guiding them. There was not a business around it. In other words, I wasn't being paid for helping them. That's not a business. And many of you are running businesses that you're really not getting paid from. You know, it amazes me. I'm part of an entrepreneurs group here in Atlanta. It's a worldwide organization called Entrepreneurs Organization. And it's a group of 22,000 entrepreneurs worldwide that all have businesses that are $1 million plus. And it absolutely amazes me the number of entrepreneurs that have businesses, whether it's $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, or up, and they're just trying to figure out how to scrape $100,000 out of the business. They've got all this revenue, but they're not making any money. And it's just, it's amazing. You know, be very careful when you see a business and you go, wow, that's amazing. Look how much they're doing. Look how many customers they have. Look at what their revenue is. You know, it's great. You go to a cocktail party. Hey, how's business going? Oh man, it's great. We did 8 million last year and we're on target for 12.2 million this year. Who cares? That's the ego talking. If you're talking about revenue, you're talking about your office space, you're talking about how many employees you have. I was just working with someone just the other day and he goes, I really need to cut some employees because, the budget just isn't working. I'm like, great. I know that's difficult. He goes, yeah, but I don't want the market to know that I'm letting people go because, if I don't have 25 employees, I only have 20 now. How am I going to be perceived? I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I was like, you're talking about keeping people on because you want the perception that you're bigger? But people do it all the time.
They do.
And it's crazy. A guy I know has an incredible office, penthouse suite. He's the one in the penthouse. Everybody else is working a floor below. He's got so much space, they could have football games in there. And it's expensive real estate in the middle of town. But people let their ego get in the way. Make sure that the business, right? What is a business? A business is somewhere where you go. It's an entity where you go and you exchange goods and services for other goods, services, and money. It's about making a transaction and making some money out of a transaction. If not, start a nonprofit, a not-for-profit. Business is about, at the end of the day, I don't care why you're doing it, whether you want to save the world or save the puppies or whatever. I think those are great businesses, really good businesses. But at the end of the day, you've got to make some money. Otherwise, don't be in business, have a hobby.
Or just be a philanthropist.
Be a philanthropist, absolutely.
Right.
Start a charity.
Thanks, Matt. We hope your business is doing well. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.